The battle for the Sea of Thieves is here as Season 8 rushes in. With Season 8 there are 2 new curses that are really cool. This video is the fastest way to get the skeleton curse as you progress the Servants of the Flame. Sea of Thieves Season 8 is a faction war, and there are 2 sides that you can choose to join. To unlock the skeleton curse, you'll need to join the Servants of the Flame. Sorry Guardians of Fortune, this is on Flameheart's side. To do this, go to your captain's table on your boat. There you'll see the Hourglass of Fate. Spin this to the Servants of the Flame and join that. Once you do that, you are a live target and real player ships can spawn on you. Guardians of Fortune can spawn on you. If you defend with honour, you'll be awarded allegiance. You can find your allegiance in the reputation tab. There are 2 new panes for both factions and it works literally exactly the same, except you'll need to get to allegiance level 100 to unlock the skeleton curse. The second biggest way to earn allegiance is by actively hunting other ships. To do this, go to the war map on your captain's table and open it, and then you can vote to matchmake. You'll dive below the surface and then you'll resurface next to an enemy ship. If you successfully sink them, you'll be awarded with allegiance. Of course, you can also use an emissary to potentially net even more rewards. If you find any flags, it's also definitely worth handing them in, as Athena flags are really hard to get hold of and there are recommendations for them. Additionally, there's also streaks. For every ship you sink without sinking yourself, you'll start to build up a streak. Once you get to streak level 4, you'll be a faction champion. Streak level 4 also marks the maximum allegiance multiplier. That's right, for every ship you sink you'll start to also build up a multiplier. This multiplier caps at 4 but your streak can keep going forever, so you can be at streak level 10 but your multiplier will be capping at streak level 4. This multiplier will net great amounts of allegiance. Once you're a faction champion, you're marked on the map for all to see. If people sink you, they'll also earn more allegiance than normal, so you're a high value target. If you're a faction champion, you'll be able to vote to fight much larger crews than yourself, netting you even more allegiance. Sea of Thieves Season 8 also introduces a treasure grade. This grade will go up for every piece of treasure you put on your boat depending on its value. For every ship successfully sunk, you'll gain even more allegiance depending on your treasure grade. Additionally, when you choose to leave the fight, depending on how high your treasure grade, you'll earn even more allegiance when you vote out at any outpost. Seeing as this video is purely the fastest way to unlock the skeleton curse, I'm not going to be going into detail about how treasure grade affects the gold that you earn from all of this. That'll be in a separate video about allegiance and factions explained, which will be out later today. Anyway, let's get on with the fastest way to unlock the skeleton curse and level up the Servants of the Flame. For me, there's only one clear way to do it, and that is through, well, streaks. They've got this system for a reason. First off, you're not going to be defending. Defending, you will not gain as much allegiance as diving. You're going to have to risk it and you're going to have to get your PvP skills better if you want to do this really fast. Keep diving over and over again. If you're thinking about your treasure grade, you're going to gain that up anyway, because the chances are at least one of the boats you're going to fight is going to have a lot of treasure on it, increasing your grade when you sink them. And it is a when you sink them, of course. Now when you get to streak level 4, obviously there is a huge multiplier, and for me, I'll be voting down and out of the war at this point, and then voting back up so you can rebuild it up, for a few reasons. The first off is that being a faction champion is incredibly risky. Whilst obviously you can vote to fight bigger boats, if you're on a sloop and you fight a galleon, that's pretty risky. However, that's not a bad choice to be fair, but generally, as I say, I'll vote out, mainly because you get marked on the map. This means that you're going to have loads of people coming to you whether they're in the war or not, because you're only really interested in people that are actually fighting for the servants, otherwise you're not going to gain anything. This war is between the servants and you, not external people. So to gain the most allegiance, you're going to want to do that and vote out. Now arguably, I could say that if I see people coming towards me as a champion, I'll just vote to matchmake and dive. Whilst this is a solution, it is all about risk reward. You do want a bit of gold. However, if you want to have the absolute fastest way, the best way is going to just continue going at streak multiplier 4 and risk all of the loot you have. It is a very much risk reward system, and that's the best way I can see to do it, if not the only way I can see to do it really fast. Allegiance level 100 isn't too hard to get. I'd like to think it's not ridiculously grindy, but it will take a fair bit of work. So it's definitely worth going at your own risk and own reward. That is the fundamental basis of this entire update. My biggest tip that I can give for this update is make sure you're stocked up. When you dive and you're in the underwater tunnels, or that's what they're internally called, the underwater trenches, whatever, matchmaking for a crew, you need to make sure you're prepared. Load all your cannons, make sure you have cursed cannonballs beforehand. In this update, they actually rebalance cursed cannonballs and completely nerfed them out of the park. You can only carry 5 at a time now, etc. So that's probably why. But make sure you have them loaded. Make sure you have every single cannon loaded. Because if you're diving, you have the advantage. You literally have the surprise attack. You won't be right next to them, but you'll be very, very, very close to them. So it's definitely worth doing that. Make sure you do that, stock up and be ready. Have food on you. You have preparation time. It's not like you've not opted in for this. You have time to prepare. They don't have as much time as you. So make sure, if possible, have cursed cannonballs, have blunder bombs on you, have good food on you, have everything that's good like that on you. Stocking up will be key to this update, and also knowing your technique, of course, but don't waste the time when you're underwater. Obviously, marvel at it maybe the first time because there's some beautiful environments there, but make sure you are prepared for battle. That is the best piece of advice that I can offer. I won't just say be good, because I understand that people aren't good sometimes, and this is a skill-based matchmaking thing. I'll be mentioning that in my other video I'll do about this update, but there is skill-based matchmaking behind the scenes. Once you reach allegiance level 100, speak with the Servant of the Flame and you'll be given a new shanty. Note, you will also have to be Reaper 75 to be able to do this. Then you'll gain access to the Reaper's Lair, possibly one of the coolest locations in the whole of the Sea of Thieves, alongside the new Athena location. Those two, they're so cool what they've added. I won't say what happens next, but it is fantastic. Sea of Thieves Season 8 is phenomenal. So far, it is definitely living up to the name of the best update ever to come to the game. It's just phenomenal. Words can't describe it. If you haven't already jumped into it, then definitely go for it. Although I presume you have because you're watching this video. Anyways, that does just about bring us to the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, then please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel an absolute ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out. My edit, why not hit the bell as well so you never miss a single upload. Also, let me know what you think of us down in the comments below, and if you've got any tips, then do share them. We all want to unlock everything as quick as possible, so working together is going to be the best way to do that. But anyways, apart from all that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.